we are sitting down with Kudzanai S. Mutizira, who is with us. Good morning, Kudzanai.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I'm holding a book here, Captivity of Negativity. How many books have you written?
I've written 3 books.
Right.
The first one is titled Your Mess Can Be a Message.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote that one in 2015. I was going through a difficult phase in my life, and I decided to tap on the positive side of it.
Right.
And I managed to come up with a book towards that.
Mm-hmm.
This one is Captivity of Negativity is my second book.
Right.
I was writing about looking at my surroundings. Always motivate me to come up with sermons. Mm-hmm. And then out of those sermons, I developed them into books.
Right.
So I preached about captivity of negativity some 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. And yet to develop it into a book, looking at what was going through the young marriages, drug abuse, and everything that's surrounding young people.
Us, eh?
Yes,
yeah.
and it's a form of negativity that is capturing us, and by the end of the day, people end up living captured and failing to explore
get out of that, because obviously
yeah.
it's important. What we speak, we become.
Exactly.
Right. So
exactly.
It's really good to focus on positivity rather than negativity. But you find a lot of negativity around, and I'm sure you've touched on all these aspects
yes,
in here.
I did.
And now we want to talk about this new book that you have. What is this book titled?
This book is titled "Hope Has a Fighting Chance." If you still have hope, you still have a chance in life. And looking at what is happening in our country, in the world at large, a lot of people have lost hope on life. Mm-hmm. So you see, like I said earlier, I focus mostly on young people.
Right.
I try to motivate young people to explore and become who they're supposed to become, and to try and find their purpose in life. Yeah. So a lot of young people have lost hope in many things.
Yeah.
Some are graduates, but they are now plunged in drug abuse, in alcoholism, and some are in different other things that are not so good.
Yeah.
And so Hope Has a Fighting Chance is a book which teaches and encourages young people who are living in hopelessness to try and come out of it with a positive attitude and a positive mindset.
Mm-hmm. I know I said to you earlier that hope deferred makes the heart sick. So a lot of people have that hope, right? You're fighting, and then all of a sudden something happens, and it just, say for example, you're waiting for a visa for the UK or for wherever you want to go, and then you've got hope that yes, it's coming, and then it doesn't come. And how do you help that aspect? Because I know you said young people, but it's also hitting a lot of older people. And I know that you're an advocate for men's mental health as well. So how do you now package your message to try and help, say, an older man get out of that situation? Because it can happen to anybody.
Okay, I think our definition of hope is what is different. Mm-hmm. My writings are mainly focused on biblical or scriptural content.
Right.
And I try to develop everything from the scriptures, since I'm a preacher. Mm-hmm. So the scriptural definition of hope is when you are not just crossing your fingers to get something done, that you are putting your faith and everything in God. Mm-hmm. So hope, biblical hope, has a subject, which is God. And everything that you do, then you end up focusing on God. His will is what is going to happen. So if something that you were looking forward to didn't happen, if your hope is based on God, then it means that it wasn't God's will. So you have to keep on being positive, because obviously you will have something better for you.
Yeah, plans and purposes for you to prosper.
Exactly.
Yes, it is. So, you say you have a lot of biblical principles, and, I'm 100% Christian. I love the Lord. But other people aren't. How has your work been received in that area? Say you start speaking to somebody and you start letting them know about the Lord. Mm-hmm. Has your work been received?
Yeah, it has been. I try not to overimpose Christian principles on everyone. Right. But since I'm an evangelist, the sole purpose is to evangelize and bring as many people as possible to the kingdom of God.
Yes.
So actually I try and focus mostly on those that are not yet saved. And the way I try to do is I try to talk to them on things that are affecting their lives. And I try to give them another side that they might not see, a side which involves God, which can actually help them to become better and develop to be the people they're supposed to become. So that has been received by so many people. And the interesting thing is, Zimbabwe is a Christian country. Everybody has a Christian background somehow.
They have that seed, it's implanted.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's not as difficult as people think it is.
What drove you to start writing? When did you start writing?
I started writing at the age of 10. It just came natural. When I was in primary school, we were given a task to summarize books, and I remember the book was The Adventures of Figure. I can't really remember the author though, but I summarized the book very well, and my teacher then noticed something was in me, and then he started giving me and encouraging me to do a lot of that, writing poems. When there is a board game somewhere or athletics, I would write sort of a report that I would present, and from there it just started growing.
That is very good. And do you also encourage people to write, or you are just putting content out there?
Yeah, I do encourage a lot of people to write. I live a lot inside my head, and I'm an introvert. And I've noticed that it's quite easy to be focusing on putting something on paper that can help other people. So by so doing, I noticed that other people out there have those things in their head, but they don't know how to express it. So I'm encouraging a lot of other people.
Just put it on paper.
Put it on paper. Someone else is going to read it.
And it will impact somebody's life. And are we looking forward to any more writings? I know you said you've just written 3 books. Are you writing some more?
Yes. Currently I was doing some articles for the Metropolitan News. It's a South African online press. Yeah, but I'm about to start doing another project, a book project. We're going to be co-authoring with someone else.
Oh, nice.
Yes. It's a new project, new dimension that we seek to explore.
That's very good. When we talk about co-authoring, how does that work? Like your ideas, his ideas come together, or if one doesn't like that idea, and if one thinks no, that idea is good, how do you work together that way?
Well, it's my first time doing it, but co-authoring is just about embracing the ideas of each other, and coming up. You have a theme then on what you want to write. Like on this one, we are going to be working on men's mental health, and
which I think is very good.
Yes, because that's an area that I think I wouldn't want to say it has been neglected. But it's an area that I think hasn't been given enough attention. So a lot of men out there are suffering. So that's our theme, and that's what we're going to be writing around. So he's going to be doing his own researches on that and mine. Then we bring them together, we discuss, and put something on paper.
Okay, good. Where do we find your books?
Unfortunately, I tried to put them up on Amazon, and I didn't have all the requirements. So
we just get in touch with you?
Yes.
Okay, and your social media pages?
Social media pages, I have a YouTube channel, Kudzanai Mutizira. I have LinkedIn, Kudzanai Mutizira. I'm on Facebook as well, Kudzanai Mutizira.
Okay. Excellent. That's all we have this morning. We had Kudzanai Mutizira on all social media handles. If you want to get your hands on his books, his content, which is very great, very inspiring, as I have been going through this. Thank you so much, Kudzanai, for being with us on Morning Rush, and good luck for writing more books for us.
Thank you very much.